Okay, Keller Williams, Jacksonville. Welcome to day 14 of the Command 66-Day Challenge. Today, we are going to go into opportunities. Opportunities right here is set to stream your transactions and take advantage of data-driven forecasting. All right, so we're going to get right into it here. You'll see the little handshakings here, and we're going to click here. It's going to take us right into opportunities, which is also known as your sales pipeline. So essentially what this is through the labs process, they've interviewed and discussed all of the different phases that a deal goes through from the very beginning of just meeting someone all the way through closing a deal. And they have actually come up with these 5 phases that you see here: cultivating, having the appointment, having an active listing, having a listing under contract, closed. Same thing for buyers, okay? So let's get into one of these. Each one of these phases is going to have additional stages that are going to show you throughout the process where you're at. Now, an additional feature of this that you'll notice at the end here, where you have probable and potential income. So as we click through, you're going to notice that each one of the stages puts a particular percentage or probability of you closing the transaction. So the potential income is the total commission from all of them if they were to all close. The probable income is an adjusted number based on where that deal is in the transaction. So, what probability are they putting on that to close? And it's going to adjust that dollar figure moving forward. And we'll talk a little more of that about that later. But again, let's get back into one of these phases here. So you have cultivate. So this is going to take you through the process of getting to know somebody and getting into an appointment. So the ones that are hard programmed in here currently are watch, nurture, and a hot lead. So this is, you could put maybe Mets, not Mets, and hot leads, or you can change it to however you want simply by going up here to edit stage, and then you can click on the edit here, and you can change the names, you can change the probability, and several other things, the position of where it sits in within the phase. So pretty nice there. Let's go back to cultivate, and then you can, again, bounce back and forth through here when you click into appointments. In appointments, we have scheduling, scheduled, and kept appointments. And so, as you're, speaking to somebody and maybe you're just trying to get a time locked down, you can get scheduling, okay? And I've just got an example in here. Now, once you have the conversation with them and you finally get a time where you're going to meet, then you simply can click on that deal and move it throughout these transactions. Throughout the stages within each phase. So again, moving it from scheduled, and then once they keep the appointment, you can move it to kept. Then we can click over into active. This is, editing just a little bit. I think the initial programmed one is staging, and you can go in and edit it just like I did here, photography and staging. You can have active and showing stage. And then, once the contract once you start receiving contracts on your listing and you're negotiating them, you put it in here. Then we get into the under contract phase. Once you're in under contract, that means you have an accepted offer, and then you have additional stages that you go through: inspections, appraisal, financing, clear to close, so forth and so on. And then once you're closed, I think closed is the only thing that comes standard in here. But then, of course, you want to follow up with them and ask for referrals. And this will tell you exactly where you're at in that process. So this is a very basic look at it. I think I've shown you how you can edit some of the stages within each phase. And, what I recommend is go into the pipeline and just kind of, start messing around with it and, seeing how that flow works for you. And then as, we continue on, we'll talk about other things like creating checklists within each stage, and moving forward, we'll get a little bit more in depth with this. But this is an introductory look at sales pipeline / opportunities. So like I said, take some time to look through it and get accustomed to it, and we will have more to come with you moving forward through the days of the 66-day challenge. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow for day 15.